Welcome. Please come in. Por favor, entrar. Passa good. Bienvenue. Good evening, dear Janet. Good evening. Welcome to 60 minutes of Yin. I've got some New Zealand energy coming in here. Welcome. Nice to see your faces. Check out this beautiful fireplace that's on for us today for our practice. Yes. Thank you, Judith, for being here. Michelle, good evening to you. It is time for Yin. So if you're new here, please introduce yourself. Know that you are welcome to stick around for tea and talk. I don't like to spend a lot of time talking at the beginning, but please, if there's a place on the body or a posture you want to make sure we hit in this practice, share it in the chat. We have some fruit, flowers, and candles lit. We're inviting in all the positive energies. And I'll have a beautiful puppy dog who might be here with us. Rick. Oh, and partner Justine. Kia ora. Welcome, and thank you for coming. Thank you for making it. Lovely, warm, and cozy. Hi, Mimi. Thank you for being here. Zena, new here from Las Vegas. Well, viva Las Vegas, my lady. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to start in Shavasana and we're going to end in Shavasana, corpse pose. So if you already have props like blocks, straps, pillows, couch cushions, whatever you might want to use. If you have a chair, I offer variations so that you can use a chair. Hi, Stephanie from Colorado. We're 60 degrees. Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. Hello, dear one. Yes. Now, I know you're going to want to lay on my place, but you can come and lay over here. And don't burn yourself with the fire. We're new to this puppy dog, and this is Watson. Watson, come say hi. We're going to do some yin. We'll do some yin together. Hey, and you can lay down. I've got your bed right here. So join for tea and talk. Let's come on down into Shavasana. Jane, good evening. Thanks for welcoming everyone in. There's about 16 of us in circle. So come on down into Shavasana. Your corpse pose. I'm going to join you and change my camera. Put my tea down. So if you do hear a puppy, that's okay. It's Watson. Don't be afraid. Don't be startled if you hear a bark. Hi, Kathy. Okay. So if you've got cushions, blocks, come on down into Shavasana. Everybody can hear me okay. Can you lay down, my dear? Can you come and lay down? You come and join when you're ready to lay down, okay? Oh, yeah. So today I'm coming fully down onto the floor. Maybe you might want to prop underneath the knees. That might feel really good. Actually, that feels really good, so I'm going to keep that there. Maybe you have something under the head, pillow, shoulders. Start to, if you haven't already, invitation to breathe through the nose and out through the nose. Coming fully into your body, fully into the place where you're practicing. Maybe you can feel someone next to you. And I'd like you to all imagine us all in circle today. We're practicing this yin, this slowing down for the nervous system. Breathing in slowly, filling up the belly all the way down to the abdomen. Exhaling slowly everything out. Check in with your hips. How do the hips feel? Maybe you rock them slightly forward and backward, side to side. Try and ground them into that floor space and make sure you're practicing on something just absolutely beautiful, soft, comfortable. So we can remove all effort. We can just rest in stability and comfort. If you haven't yet, you can close the eyes. Go inwards now. Focus into that third eye, maybe rubbing on the forehead in between the eyebrows. It's where the optic nerve also rests. So if you keep your eyes open, just kind of gazing in that kind of line will help rest those muscles of the eyes. And as you sink into the floor, check in with your shoulders. You want to open through the chest, so maybe taking the left shoulder and pulling it down and back. Again with the right, pulling it down and back, pinching open through the chest, through the ribs. Imagine those wings kind of coming back. Let the arms just fall how they lay. Breathe. And as we begin to settle into the space, as we begin to get comfortable, just really resting in the idea that we're so grateful, we're so lucky to be here, to be in this space together, to be resting and healing. And I have the timer on, so release the idea that you need to watch the time. I will get us out of here when those 60 minutes are up. Check in with your head and neck. Even if it's not, imagining our beautiful, long, straight spine all the way through our body and out through the top of the head. Imagine the skin on your forehead is so relaxed, like it was painted to your face, under the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw is heavy, tongue is resting. We're going to start with our breath practice here, bringing our palms onto our lower abdomen. Wherever feels comfortable, it can be the side of the body. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And breathe gently in through the nose. Fill up that lower pelvic floor area. And slowly release. Slowing the breath, imagining that space nice and extended. Gently now picking up the hands and bringing them to the ribs or the side ribs. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Feel the warmth of your hands on your body. Breathe gently into the ribs, expanding that area. Even if they're not, imagining that area expanding. Breathing slowly in through the nose. Thanks for coming in wherever you are and being in this circle. Surrendering the breath, any tension, any electricity, any gas, any cracks of the bones. Let the body talk in this space, even in this breath work. Breathe into the ribs. Slowly now pick up the hands, bring them on top of the chest, the shallow area of our diaphragm, where we generally talk from, breathe from. Let's breathe into this space here, nice and shallow. Staying rooted into your space, connect to where you are, allow the mind to drop off, focusing on that breath in and out. And now, dealer's choice, place your hands anywhere you want over the body. Breathe fully into the lower body, ribs and chest, nice and slow. If there's any sounds that come out, bring them, allow them out. And as we move now into our practice, you're invited to start practicing Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. So if you can whisper, you know how to control what's called the glottis muscle. When you whisper, you engage it. It constricts air. You're going to, if you've never done it, imagine whispering, but through the nose, engaging that same muscle. And as long as we can keep doing that throughout these 60 minutes, we engage the vagus nerve. We slow down, tell the nervous system that we're safe, that we're in a restful state, we're ready to repair if needed, so that we can let go even more. Take your time and move any of the props out of the way so you can come to knees bent and feet flat on the floor. And if you have a strap, we're going to spend some time on the biggest muscle groups of the body, the gluteus maximus, minimus, and medius, as well as all those tendons in the body. And we're about 24 of us now in our circle, so thank you all for being here. I'm grateful for your practice. Take your strap and gently pick up the right foot. Wrap the strap around the ball of your foot. Knee can stay bent. I like to wrap the strap around my hands so the arms are feeling heavy. Shoulders and head, neck still connected into the ground. Lower body, lower back, and hips also anchored here. And you can stay in this position, extending, imagining the heel shooting up towards the sky. There is no end to how much you can stretch here. What's important is that you feel comfortable, stable, and able to stay here for the 4 minutes that we're stretching. If you wish, you can extend your left leg out and slowly draw your foot towards your chest. Let the arms feel heavy. We're here for 4 minutes. Releasing these muscles helps release muscles all along the back, especially the lower back. Resting the shoulders and back into the ground also helps release tension through the upper body. And it can feel intense, which is why choose something that feels good for your body. And we're here for a little while. Breathe Ujjayi breath in through the nose, nice and slow. The leg needs to tremble or shake, that's normal. Allow the movement, allow gas to leave. And imagine that heel going up towards the sky. I love watching. If you can bring some silly laughter into your body and love into your heart as you release all tension along the heel, the calf, through the knee, the thigh, through the hip, and then through the lower back. Release the tongue. Breathe Ujjayi breath. Lay down. Lay down. For those of you who are new to this practice with me, thank you for being here. The backdrop is always changing. Watson is not my puppy dog, but he is for the next 4 days while we're pet sitting here on Vancouver Island. Okay. 2 more minutes to go. Thank you, Katrina. Yes. Welcome to Enjoy the Fire. We are cold in this place, damp and cold, and it feels good to be warm, to have tea in my cup. Sink into the body. You're almost there. Push that heel towards the sky. Relax the arms. Let them feel heavy. Breathe Ujjayi breath. We went for a nice big walk before this practice and threw the ball like a million times. But Watson is still a puppy, and so he has so much play energy. I'm in my midlife, I would like to think. And so I appreciate the young energy. It's a little distracting in Yin, but breathe Ujjayi breath. The universe only gives us challenges he knows we can handle, or she knows, or they know we can handle. And gently now, without lowering the foot, just relax the pull that you might have had in that space. And again, it's okay for the knee to be bent. We're looking for any connection from the heel all the way into the lower back and hip. So anywhere you're feeling that release. We're going to take the strap and we're going to make an X. Cross the strap between our 2 hands. Wrap it around our hands again just to get some more stability. Send the heel towards the sky. Take your big toe, point it to the left. And slowly, just a small micro movement, draw it to the left side towards the body. And you might feel some energy, again, any place between the heel and the hip. We're here for a lesser amount of time, so stick with it. Our circle is 26, continues to grow, and thank you all for being here in this practice. It's 60 minutes of Yin. Point the toe. It's not important how far you draw it across your body. It's about the sensation you are experiencing in the leg. And slowly let it hover back over the hip. Last movement here. Extend the heel towards the sky. Take your big toe, point it out to the right. And slowly draw that foot across to the left side again. Breathe, Ujjayi breath. It can feel quite intense. It does for me. And the Ujjayi breath helps remind my body, this is the time to let go. You're safe. Keep breathing nice and rhythmically. And if you can't maintain that breath, if that breath is challenging, just lessen the stretch. 30 more seconds. Point the heel, point the toe out. And gently release that pull, bend the knee, and let the strap come away from the foot. Foot finds the floor. And maybe you rock that leg kind of side to side or extend it all the way out. Let it rotate. Observe the body here, the 2 feet together. Notice the difference on the sides. And you're invited to move as slow as you wish in this practice. If you're faster than my guidance, I recommend you slow down. If you're slower than me, you're doing great. I'm going to be a banana slug today. Beautiful. Bring your knees back to bent, feet flat on the floor. Check in with the hips. Maybe rocking them or smoothing, smushing them into the ground. Pick up the left leg and wrap that strap around the foot. My sock is really slugger. Wrap the strap around the hands of the arms. Feel heavy. Again, knees can be bent. Foot flat on the floor. Choose the same, if you can, that you offered the right side to your opposing side. Extend the heel up towards the sky. Slowly draw that leg towards your chest. And if you did, extend that right leg out and down. We're here for 4 minutes. Thanks, Katrina. Thanks for being in here. Relaxing. We're almost halfway through this practice. The hamstrings take a large chunk of time in Yin, but it's worth it, in my opinion, to flow easier in other postures and to release an enormous amount of tension that we carry in this space. And later this evening, I will be going to what is called Dance Temple here on Vancouver Island. That is why I practice Yin, so that my yang lifestyle can become balanced. They'll be nice and loose for dancing. If anyone has questions about Dance Temple, ask me during tea and talk following the practice. 2 more minutes. Extend the heel, Ujjayi breath. You can do this. Focus. Notice if you're clenching anywhere in the buttocks. Try to relax those leg muscles. Move slowly now. Don't put your leg down, but just gently release any pull. Take your strap and make an X between your hands. Wrap it around the hands if you prefer, keeping the arms nice and heavy, shoulders into the ground. It's okay to be propped underneath the head and shoulders if that feels better as well. Extend the heel towards the sky. Take your big toe, point it to the right, and just draw that leg across to the right side. Micro movement, point the toe, extend the heel. Relax, breathe. Gently now, don't release the leg. Last movement here. Extend your heel up to the sky. Take the big toe, point it out to the left. And draw that leg over to the right side. Just micro movements. Again, not comparing ourselves. Staying in the body and aware of the sensation anywhere from the heel, the calcaneus bone. The connection runs through the back of the leg all the way into the hip and lower back. Slowly now, release any pull, bend the knee, drop the strap, and let the foot find the floor. However you feel called, just let that leg maybe extend all the way out or rock side to side. And take a moment here. Arms flopped out to the sides. Just connect in with that lower body, any sensations. Here you have it. And gently make your way onto a side of your body, nice and slow. Make your way up into a seated position. I like to sit up on a block to give some space for my hips. Maybe you like to sit on a cushion or lean up against a chair. We're going to do butterfly posture. So we're going to bring our feet, the soles of our feet together. And again, you can choose to have your feet nice out and far away from the body as you lean forward and relax. Or you can have them that diamond shape, in tight. You decide what your body is asking for. And if you wish, grabbing a bolster to relax on top of. I personally love a head block to rest my head on. So once you find the position of your feet, gently inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold. I like to lift up my tummy just to bring a little bit more space in that hinge. We're here for a few minutes. And we're halfway through the practice. So thank you for being here. Imagining the... What? I'm in Yin. What? Watson, come closer and I'll cut you. Lay down. Come closer, lay down. You're hilarious. Come. Do your best to relax, Ujjayi breath. Lay down. Sit. I like to keep my hands, palms face up. If you notice your palms are down, just notice if you're pushing at all into the ground, any energy. When I flip them up, I stop pushing. I relax deeper. Ujjayi breath. Two more minutes here. Opening through the hips, through the groin. I forgot to mention, if you do suffer from low back pain, you can be up on a chair, spine nice and straight, resting, keeping the spine nice and engaged. But if you can, and it's available, allow the spine to round. And gently, if you were forward fold, removing any props, slowly make your way up and out of that posture. Anything underneath the knees, moving those blocks, and gently coming up into rock pose on the knees and feet. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always prop with a block underneath the buttocks just to give yourself some more space. Sitting up nice and tall. You're going to bring your hands onto the floor, into all fours. Pick up the toes. Bring the ankles and toes together. You can spread the toes out nice and wide. We're going to stretch the bottoms of the feet, gently walking our body back, stopping anywhere we feel like it's enough tension there for the foot. Until, if you can, walking all the way back, weight fully over the feet. Relax that body, soft belly, We're here just for 2 minutes, which can be a long time for those who might experience plantar fasciitis or tension in the feet. But imagine those toes connected into the ground, the tendons all spreading through the feet, relaxed and calm. And if you are up all the way, start to bring your hands back down, crawling forward till they're under the shoulders. Pick up the feet and tap them out on the floor. And if you wish to stretch the front of the ankles, just gently walking yourself back, weight over the ankles and gently lifting up the knees, crickety crack. And just a gentle moment here. And slowly walking back. We're going to do a couple twists in a moment. So while we're here on our hands and knees, just adjust yourself, palms underneath the shoulders. If you have tension in your wrist, consider rolling up your blanket or mat underneath the wrists to give some space. Sweetie pie, don't sniff the candles. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So slowly with your own breath, we'll begin by inhaling, drawing the chest out, the chin up, belly down, tailbone up. Exhale, push into the hands, push through the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, and go at your own pace, inhaling nice and slow. Exhale. Oh, fun. Come. Don't lick the candles. You're going to give me a bit of anxiety, eh? Come into a neutral spine. We're slowly going to lower down onto our elbows, if it's available to you, and slide the legs down onto the ground. From here, if this back bend is too much, you can bring your hands down on top of your hands in crocodile. Or if it's available, stay up on the elbows, fingers spread nice and wide. Pull the chest forward and the shoulder blades down. Ujjayi breath, little cobra. Notice if you're clenching the buttocks or the legs. Try to relax fully, starting through the belly, hips, thighs. Any pressure is going down through the elbows, opening through the chest. If you need a little bit more, you can bring your hands out to the side of your mats, push into the palms, and extend the arms. Relax the toes, the feet. Relax through the neck and jaw. And gently coming down onto the elbows. If you were up, bring that right ear down onto the floor. And let your arms go down by your side. Sink fully, nice and long into the floor. If the belly, laying on the chest and belly is difficult, consider rolling a blanket under the hips, underneath the chest, shoulders. Give yourself that space. Rest and let any of that tension release. And we're slowly going to bring the palms back underneath the shoulders. Push the arms out in front, back onto the elbows. Draw your left knee out to 90 degrees. Your toes can be any way that feels good for you in this posture. We're opening through the hip here. Take your right palm, push it into the floor, lifting up the body. Take your left arm and thread it underneath the right, twisting through the upper body. Now maybe you might want to have a cushion or a block for the head. You can extend that right arm out. Choose whatever variation is calling you. Thank you for noticing that, Julie. Ujjayi breath. We're only here for a little while longer. We're twisting through that spine, stretching the front shoulder. Relax the head and neck. Conscious of your hands. Relax the wrists, the palm, the fingers. Gently bring that right palm back under the right shoulder. Spread your fingers, push into the ground, lifting up the chest. Unwind yourself back up onto the elbows and draw that left leg down and back. Release the whole body down onto the opposite ear, the left ear. Arms down by your side. Relax here for a moment. Slowly bring your hands back under the shoulders. Push the hands out in front, coming back up onto the elbows. This time draw your right knee out to 90 degrees. You're all right, sweetie pie. Sorry. Calm down. Push into your left palm, lifting up that upper body. Take your right hand and thread it underneath, and it might feel like a nice squeeze. Exhaling nice and slow, inhaling through the nose. We're here for a few minutes. relax. I admit I'm easily distracted. So any apologies if you feel distracted by Watson and I playing. It's not an everyday experience that I get to have a playful pup near me. We're working on our flexibility here. Inhaling Ujjayi breath. Connect with the vagus nerve. Sixty more seconds here. Breathe nice and slow. And gently from this twist, bring your left palm under the left shoulder. Push into the floor. Unwind yourself. And slowly draw that right leg down and back. Rolling all the way over onto your back. And slowly with the knees bent, just gently breathing here. Connect in with those shoulders, the mid-body, the hips. Anchoring into the floor. Back in supine. And slowly here, we're just going to give ourselves one more small stretch through the groin. If you have happy baby in your practice, you can gently bring legs up one at a time, grabbing the outer or inner instep of the foot, bending the knee, keeping anchored through the shoulders and through the lower back. And if our head is up high, we can support ourselves. We can also use a strap around the balls of the feet. Again, anchor the hands in the strap, bend the knees, and slowly draw them towards the body. So choose whatever feels good in your practice. And just notice anything through the legs, through the mid-body. Ujjayi breath here. You can feel vulnerable in this position, so using a blanket over your body can make this more comfortable. I'm quite hot with the fireplace, so I normally have blankets, but I'm not using them today. And as we near the end of this practice, I want to say thank you, Shishi, Taxamika, merci beaucoup, miigwech. Thank you very much for sitting in circle today, for coming into this practice and slowing down your nervous system, for staying still for a moment to connect into your inner body's wisdom, for listening to your body. And gently, if you had your feet wrapped in the strap, we're going to gently release the hands, the strap, and let the feet find the floor. We're going to roll over to one side to gently push ourselves up. We're going to do a supported back inversion. So if you wish, you can use bolsters for a restorative, just kind of up against the back of the hips, sitting up nice and tall and slowly anchoring through the, tailbone, but coming back and allowing the body to be supported in this way. If you just have a block, you can bring that block any height that you wish along the edge of the spine. I'll choose this one as a thicker block. And slowly lower the body down over top, allowing the shoulder blades to hang over the block so that we feel open. We're rooted in through the root chakra, through the tailbone. If this doesn't feel good, if this feels not right, gently make your way out using your elbows. You can use a block under the head to keep this a nice linear opening. We're just here for a few minutes before our final meditation. Allow the ribs, the chest, the shoulders to expand open, like what we were doing in our Sphinx. And hello, darling. Every breath, we're filling up those 3 chambers, that 3-part diaphragmatic breath, the pelvic floor, the ribs, the chest, remembering that we're expansive beings. And gently now, pushing into the elbows, engage the chin to chest. Gently making your way up so that you can remove any prop, and laying back down in Shavasana, in your corpse pose, however you wish to be, maybe propped underneath the knees, head. Relax the arms out. If your skeleton naturally has your palms up, let the palms up. But if the skeleton, your arms naturally fall hands down or on an angle, just allow your skeleton to relax fully, knowing that skeletal variation is real. If you have a strap, you can cover the eyes or a towel for any lights. We're here for a few minutes in Shavasana. Release the breath work. Gently now, take a nice deep breath in. Fill up your belly as big as a balloon. And release it through the mouth with a ha. Like ha 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 ha. Inhale nice and deep. Fill up the belly. This time, bring your feet together. Bring your hands together. Interlace all but index fingers. Reach your arms above your head. Inhale the body nice and long. And exhale, release the body into the floor. I know, but I know. Bend the knees. Make your own way back over to the side. And slowly make your way up for our final seated aloha. I'm just going to switch our camera back so that we're face to face again. If you like to sit with some support or up on a block, do so. And as you sit up nice and tall, imagining again that beautiful long straight spine from root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye and crown. Peace before us, peace behind us, peace to our left, and peace to our right. Peace in our heart, and peace in the universe. Bring your hands together and start to rub, waking up the body, waking up the brain, creating electricity between our palms. And bring it to chest center. Let's chant Om 3 times. Inhale to begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slightly bow your head. Namaste. From the light in me to the light in all of you. Thank you for being here. Please stay for tea and talk as we have reached our 60 minutes of yin together. We're out on the other side. You made it, sweet boy. You made it. Grab your tea. Grab your water. Grab yourself. Hello. How are you doing?